I'm so excited to show you a little bit of Demi today. This is Saint's new line. If you haven't seen, it is all about color. This is my big palette of different colors here. It's all about filtering out those distractions, neutralizing colors, and just leaving a really polished, clean skin look. No texture, no cakiness, no heaviness. It's incredible. So super excited to show you that today. All I have on right now are eyebrows and a little bit of mascara, and that's it. So we're just gonna play a little bit today. So I'm gonna start by sculpting, which sculpting is kind of like contour, but it's not the same because we're looking for the excess color that we have, and we're gonna neutralize that. So I'm looking at my forehead. I see quite a bit of green, mostly because I have freckles up there, which is normal, and I love my freckles. I definitely don't want to filter them all out, but I do want to give that nice, like sculpted, kind of like a chiseled look. It's gonna really make my face look that much more like natural and polished. So I'm gonna go in with some neutral red up here. That's pretty. And just go over that. Demi is all about complementary colors. So whatever color you're seeing, you want to apply the opposite color on the color wheel. So if I'm seeing kind of green, I'm gonna go in with red. That's how that works. Okay, there's some sculpt to frame my face a little bit there. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna look at my cheeks. And I've kind of got some different colors going on. I feel like I've got a little bit of like blue underlying right here. And then I see like kind of some blue and some green in there. And it's really normal. In fact, I would say this is pretty much the case all of the time, is you're gonna use different colors of sculpts. It's not like contour where you can just put one color. You're gonna use multiple colors. So I kind of see some blue right there. So opposite of blue on the color wheel is orange. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of orange right here. Okay. And then, like I said, I see a little bit of green right there, so I'm gonna do some more of my red. And I like to do my sculpt first because I feel like it is gonna start me with neutralizing some things, and then there's less that I have to do with other colors. And I like to bring it fairly far forward here because again, it's just gonna give me that nice sculpted, like polished look. Like, can you tell, let me take this hair. Can you tell the difference between this side that I have sculpted and this side that I haven't? I can tell a really big difference already. And I just feel like there's already less that I'm gonna have to go in and neutralize. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this side, seeing kind of a little bit of that blue up here. So going in with just a little bit of orange, neutral orange for sculpting. Then kind of seeing some green, almost even some yellow in there. So I'm gonna do the red again. But yeah, almost seeing a little bit of yellow. So I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of neutral violet right here. Isn't that pretty? I love the sculpt. I love what it does for my face. Really loving that. Just really heightens those cheekbones, gives some dimension while neutralizing at the same time. Big fan of that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna start neutralizing other colors, and it's really normal for your face to have lots of different colors. So I typically will start with one color and find all the areas that have that color, and then I'll move on to a different color. And it's really easy, like when you're looking in the mirror, you're like, oh my goodness, look at all that. Like it just looks so overwhelming and it looks like there's so much. So my advice is to work on a color and then step back. Like if you keep playing with it too much, it's almost like you're gonna overdo it. So don't overthink it, don't overdo it, okay? All right, so looking at my face here, got lots of different things going on, but I'm gonna start with areas where I see some blue. Like right here, it's almost like a purplish blue right in there. Right there, that's the darkest area. So we're looking for areas of excess color. We don't want to treat like all the colors on our face, just looking for areas where there's excess. So I'm going to say that there's some excess blue right there. And also underlying here is some excess blue where there's these capillaries right there I have on the side of my nose. So we're going to work on that. And then there's a couple little spots on top of my nose as well as on my chin. They're kind of like purplish blue, I would say, on those. So that's gonna give us a good starting point. Okay, so right here where I've got this excess blue, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of orange. Now, the key with this is a very light hand right in like the darkest spot. Just such minimal product. You don't wanna swipe and you don't need a ton. So I'm just putting it like in this, where this darkest area is right here. And see how it neutralizes that? And then there's a little bit of excess color right up here. So we're gonna work on that just a little bit. Right there is a pretty dark spot. I'm just getting these areas where I'm seeing blue. Right there. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get rid of like my whole under eyeshadow because our under eyes are really, really beautiful. So that's just going to neutralize the main excess points right there. And I'm just applying such minimal product with such a light hand. See how that neutralized in there? Isn't that amazing? That's so, so cool. Okay, so now we've got, I feel like kind of like some underlying blue, but kind of some blue purple. So that's gonna be like a yellow orange. I'm just applying it again, very minimally, and right in these target areas. just kind of right on like the darkest part of that capillary. And I would say that this brush that I'm using, this spot brush, is going to be your best friend for Demi. And then there's some on the top of my nose here. Just these spots where I see the capillaries. I'm going in. And neutralizing these. And then there's some places where there's like more of a blue shadow. So I'm gonna go in with more of a straight orange, like right here. When I sit back, I can really tell a difference. Sometimes when you're right up close on it, it's really hard to tell. So I see like a blue shadow right here. Darkness typically means blue. And orange is gonna help with that. And like right there, I see blue shadow. See some blue shadow under here. We're gonna work on that a little bit too. Pretty, right? Yeah, sometimes you don't see a ton of difference when you're right up on it, but then you step away and you're like, oh my gosh, holy cow. Okay, so now I've got some more kind of like those blue purple on my chin here. So I'm just gonna tap it on the areas where it kind of looks like those, like the capillaries sort of meet up, like right there, right there, right there. And then I've got like a little blemish right here that is healed, or mostly healed, and so it's fairly blue. See how that just took it literally right away? I've got this guy right here. I see underlying blue there. So pretty. See how it just looks so smooth and neutral? See a little bit more capillary right there. Okay, that neutralized a lot of the blue, but see how smooth everything looks? Gosh, it just looks absolutely amazing. So super happy with that. Okay, we're gonna switch colors. Okay, now the next color I have excess of is green. I've got a lot of blue and green, which I feel like is pretty typical for most people. So I've got like some excess green right here with these freckles. And again, like I said, I love my freckles. I don't want to take them completely away, but I do want to get rid of some of the excess color. So I'm gonna take a little bit of red. And I'm kind of just like breaking up the clusters of freckles. And then I've got this little patch under my eye that kind of looks orangish, but it's actually a bunch of freckles. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of red right in the darkest part of that, like the most saturated or the part with the most excess color. And that really neutralizes that. Got some excess freckles right here. And I'm just tapping like literally a sesame seed size amount on there. It does not take very much. And then I've got some more right here. So we're just gonna tap a little bit of product right there. On these spots where there's excess green. Now I've got this pretty good sized freckle right up here. Got one right here. That helps a ton just to break up some of those clusters. I love it. And there might be a few other little spots you can kind of look for, like if there's any other excess green. Okay, looking good.